Titan FC 71, Whitney versus Al-Casey. 5 fights on the entire fight card. The main event, Andrew Whitney and Ali Al-Casey on short notice, as Ali Al-Casey was supposed to fight Jacob Kilburn, but that fight did get canceled. Now, for the vacant featherweight belt, Ali Al-Casey and Andrew Whitney is going to be a really, really good fight. Andrew Whitney usually goes out there trying to wrestle you and destroy you on the ground, get the TKO. He also has a very powerful right hand. Ali Al-Casey, really good kickboxing, very good guillotines and triangles on the bottom, and good wrestling as well. It's going to be a really, really close fight right there for the vacant featherweight belt. We also have Ryancousy and Amir Nazar Kazemi for in a bantamweight fight right there in the co-main event. We got Nate Marquardt and Michael Korda in a middleweight fight. Nate Marquardt knocked out Damian Maia and Tyron Woodley inside of the UFC and inside of Strikeforce. That dude is fighting in Titan FC, absolutely insane. We got Devin, Dixon, and Brandon Lopez in the 170-pound welterweight division, and Richie Lewis and Ernesto Rodriguez in the lightweight division. Overall, amazing, amazing fight card. 5 fights on the entire fight card, but what we're going to be doing today is a full card prediction. Every single fight on Titan FC 71. We're going to predict the outcome in all those fights. So let's get in to the first fight on the fight card right here in the lightweight division. Richie Lewis and Ernesto Rodriguez in the lightweight division. Richie Lewis, 1 win and 0 losses, 5'9" tall, and he's a really, really good wrestler. All-American wrestler, NCAA, I believe he's like a runner-up champion, something like that. But all you really need to know for Richie Lewis, he's a really, really good wrestler. His striking isn't really there. I mean, we haven't seen much of the striking. We saw a couple of leg kicks in his first and only professional MMA fight 3.5 months ago, but that's about it. We saw a couple of leg kicks. That's pretty much it. Mainly, he's going to go out there trying to wrestle, trying to grapple, look for the ground and pound TKO. That's what he's going to try to do. But Ernesto Rodriguez with 2 wins and 0 losses, 23, almost 24 years old, fighting at an Extreme Couture. He's an absolute beast of a wrestler as well. Because Austin Worms took him down over and over and over again, and then TKO'd him in the first round. Decision win right there. As an amateur, a bunch of TKO wins and a decision win over Brandon Mendoza. Overall, in my opinion, and Ernesto Rodriguez is going to have the better striking. He has better leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks. He's a really good overhand right as well. In the striking game, it's going to be pretty even, but if I had to give an edge, it would be to Ernesto Rodriguez in the striking game. But in the grappling and wrestling, that's where he gets really, really even. Because Richie Lewis, obviously an NCAA wrestler, All-American wrestler, Ernesto Rodriguez, also a really, really good wrestler. So the grappling and the wrestling game is going to be really 50-50, but in my opinion, I don't really see Richie Lewis dominating Ernesto Rodriguez on the ground, and I don't see Ernesto Rodriguez dominating or controlling Richie Lewis on the ground either. So I don't really see, I mean, there could be some clinching situations, maybe a takedown here and there, but with the wrestling pedigree of both guys, I really don't see either fighter controlling the other. So I think most of this fight will be played mainly in the clinch or at range in the striking game, and in that point, I would give Ernesto Rodriguez the advantage in the striking game and in the clinch game as well. So for those reasons, I'm gonna go for the underdog on the Tapology predictions in Ernesto Rodriguez to win the fight by a very, very close decision. He's got really good ground and pound, so does Richie Lewis as well, but the wrestling's really, really even, but the striking advantage does go to Ernesto Rodriguez. The odds for this fight they've been going like this over and over and over again. Ernesto is the favorite right now, interesting, but he started as a minus 225 favorite, went to a plus 125 underdog, and then back down to a minus 125 favorite. I mean, the odds on this fight are absolutely insane, but the wrestling's even, the striking advantage goes to Ernesto Rodriguez. So for those reasons, I have Ernesto Rodriguez winning this fight and staying undefeated with 3 wins and 0 losses, winning the fight by a unanimous decision right there. Really, really good fight in the lightweight division. Devin, Dixon, and Brandon Lopez in the welterweight division. Devin Dixon and Brandon Lopez usually are going to go out there trying to get the fight down, wrestle, grapple, and ground and pound for either the TKO win or getting that rear naked choke submission. That's pretty much what both fighters do in their fights. Devin Dixon, 3 wins and 0 losses, all finishes a first round rear naked, a first round leg kick knockout win, and a first round doctor stoppage. Before that, rear naked, all these submission wins and ground and pound TKO. So we know the game plan of both fighters, but when I was watching the film, I see the wrestling and the grappling is very, very even. I'm not too sure who's going to have the advantage because Brandon Lopez does look really, really strong for the welterweight division, and Devin Dixon just has the better submission game on the ground. So the wrestling and the grappling, I really cannot give the edge to one guy compared to the other because it is just really, really even on the ground. But the way I can kind of figure out who has the advantage on the feet is just who does better in laying their shots faster, who throws the more volume, who lands the better kicks, and that's definitely going to go towards Devin Dixon. He has really, really good leg kicks. I mean, a leg kick knockout win, insane. But his outside leg kicks are really, really good. He also has a very, very fast jab, and he puts on a lot of volume and a lot of pressure in the striking game, which I do like in the fight. So I think the wrestling and the grappling is going to be really, really even. If there is any takedowns, I mean, I don't expect one fighter to control the other guy. I expect the fight to mainly be staying on the feet at range, where Devin Dixon has the kickboxing advantage with the leg kicks, with the body kicks, with the head kicks, all that type of stuff. And with the volume that he puts out, I mean, every single one of his fights on the feet, he just throws a lot of pressure and a lot of volume, which I really, really like about Devin Dixon. I mean, he's growing on me a little bit. After watching his last couple of fights, he's gonna become a fan favorite fighter if he joins the UFC because he's going out there. He's always looking for the finish. So, in my opinion, I got Devin Dixon going out there, keeping that finish streak going. Do I think he's gonna get a knockout or a submission? I really don't know. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna go TKO or submission. I'm really not too sure how he's going to get the finish, but I'm going to go Devin Dixon, getting the fight down, like keeping the fight on the feet, kind of wearing Brandon Lopez down with the leg kicks, with the body kicks, and with all that volume and pressure, eventually getting the fight down, getting on top, and ground pounding for the win, or getting another rear naked choke submission. Either way, I think Devin Dixon will end up finishing the fight right here. Overall, really, really good fight in the welterweight division, but who do you guys think is going to win that one? Devin Dixon or Brandon Lopez? Really good fight, but I got Devin Dixon by a TKO or submission win in the first or second round. Nate Marquardt and Michael Korda in the middleweight division. KO TKO is all I really have to say. For Nate Marquardt, KO TKO. For Michael Korda, KO or TKO. Maybe a little more advantage to Nate Marquardt in the grappling game, so maybe KO TKO or submission. Just whoever's going to win the fight, they're going to get the finish. That's pretty much the gist of what I'm trying to say right now. But Nate Marquardt is 42 years old, a little bit smaller, but the same reach right there. On a 3-fight losing streak from 4.5 years ago to 3.5 years ago. But this man has amazing knockout wins in his career. Let's take a look right here. Knocked out CB Dalloway right there. Knocked out Tyron Woodley in the 4th round right there when he was undefeated at 10-0 right there for the vacant Strikeforce welterweight belt. Knocked out Husimar Palhares, Damian Maia right there. I mean, he's been knocking out so many guys. Fought Anderson Silva, Tyler Ladies. I mean, the man is an absolute veteran, fighting since 1999 as a professional MMA fighter. What? How are you fighting for so long? But the man is an absolute veteran of this middleweight and welterweight division. Michael Korda has a lot of power. Second round ground upon TKO. First round knockout win. First round knockout win. First round knockout win. And another second round knockout win right there. Recently, he hasn't really been doing too good. Sidney Outlaw, Rico Farrington, Uros Judicic, and Delano Taylor. He hasn't been doing really too good lately in his last couple of fights. But one punch from Michael Korda and one punch from Nate Marquardt lands, the other guy's going to go to sleep. So this fight, in my opinion, is we're either going to see a first-round knockout win from Nate Marquardt or Michael Korda, or we're going to see Nate Marquardt go out there and use that wrestling and use that grappling. Maybe get a ground upon TKO or submission win, something like that. But overall, in my opinion, Nate Marquardt, 14 submission wins and much, much better wrestling than Michael Korda, could definitely go out there and use that wrestling and grappling to get the win. But in my opinion, I think wherever the fight goes, the wrestling, the grappling, the clinch, the striking, wherever the fight goes, I think on the feet, Nate Marquardt has a better kickboxing, better body kicks, better head kicks, really powerful right hand. In the clinch, he's got really good elbows, really good knees. On the ground, he has the better wrestling, better grappling. So overall, wherever you look at this fight, I do think that Nate Marquardt will have the advantage. The betting odds, I think, are right where they should be. Minus 325 from minus 550. Those odds right there are insane. Minus 550 for Nate Marquardt were insane, but now minus 325 makes a little bit more sense. So, in my opinion, I do think Nate Marquardt is going to use his kickboxing and knock out Michael Korda in the first round with a head kick, with a body kick, or with a big right hand. Or maybe we see him go out there, use the wrestling, but wherever the fight goes, again, I do think Nate Marquardt will have the advantage. So, in my opinion, I'm just going to say inside decide the distance for Nate Marquardt. Don't know how he's going to finish it, if it's going to be with his hands, with his elbows, with his knees, with his kicks. I really don't know, but Nate Marquardt by a finish in the first or second round right there. Overall, really good fight in the middleweight division. Ryancousy and Amir Nazir Kazemi in the bantamweight division, the co-main event for Titan FC 71, Whitney versus Alcasey. Ryancousy with 3 wins and 0 losses. Sort of a wrestler and ground and pound type of guy, but he does have some pretty good kickboxing as well. He's going to have the height advantage and the reach advantage over Amir Nazir Kazemi. So on the feet, he's going to be looking to go in and out with the jab, the 1-2, and kickbox at range, forcing Amir Nazir Kazemi to come to him and land his boxing combinations. But then Ryancousy with an amazing wrestling background and an amazing wrestling advantage over Amir Nazir Kazemi. He's going to use that wrestling, use that grappling, get on top of Amir and control the fight on the ground. But Amir Nazir Kazemi does have a very solid submission game. First round submission win, second round submission win, first round a ground and pound TKO, guillotine, another submission, and a rear naked choke submission. So the best way for him to win the fight, again, is going to be by a submission win in the first or second round. But in my opinion, Ryancousy is going to have the striking advantage at range with the kickboxing, with the 1-2s, with the jabs as well, with the height and reach advantage as well, and he's going to have that wrestling advantage over Amir Nazir Kazemi. So either way, if Ryancousy keeps the fight on the feet, I think he'll win the fight by unanimous decision. If the fight goes to the ground, Ryancousy has better wrestling and has a really good ground and pound. So either way, in the wrestling, in the clinch, in the ground and pound, wherever this fight goes, Ryancousy, in my opinion, will have the advantage. So my prediction for the co-main event in the bantamweight division for Titan FC 71 is gonna be Ryancousy winning this fight by a 30-27, 30-27, and 30-27 unanimous decision right there. Overall, really good fight in the bantamweight division right there. Andrew Whitney and Ali Alcasey for the Titan FC vacant featherweight belt on short notice. Now, Ali Alcasey was supposed to fight Jacob Kilburn, but the fight did get canceled. Now, Andrew Whitney, coming off a long layoff of around, I believe, like 2 years since his last fight with Jason Suarez, is coming back to fight Ali Alcasey on short notice. Amazing fight. Andrew Whitney usually goes out there trying to get the fight down, uses wrestling and get the submission or get the ground and pound TKO, but on the feet, he also has a really solid right hand as well. For this fight, in my opinion, Andrew Whitney, I don't know what he's going to need to do. He either needs to land that big right hand and get that knockout, or he's going to need to land takedowns on Ali Alcasey, control the fight on the ground, and defend these submissions. Because Ali Alcasey has really good submission skills. 9 wins and 5 losses. Elbow knockout win due to ground and pound, armbar submission win, guillotine again, ground and pound TKO. The grappling and wrestling game of both fighters is really solid. So I don't really see a way for Andrew Whitney to get the takedown on Ali Alcasey without him latching in that guillotine, the arm triangle, or sorry, the triangle choke submission or anything like that. So I think the fight will stay on the feet unless Ali Alcasey uses his wrestling, because the wrestling and grappling game of both fighters is going to be very even. But I think like fights with Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington, if the wrestling is that even, it kind of cancels each other out. So I think in this fight it will cancel each other out, keep the fight on the feet, and it's really going to come down to who has the better striking. And Andrew Whitney has the better power in his hands, in my opinion, but does he have the better overall volume, pressure, and does he have the better kickboxing? I don't really think so. He does have that right hand, he does have a lot more power than Ali Alcasey, but Ali Alcasey also has his right hand and has really good leg kicks, really good body kicks, really good head kicks. The kickboxing game of Ali Alcasey is much better than Andrew Whitney, which I think is gonna be the thing that does get him the win, which would be the kickboxing game. Overall, really even fight in the featherweight division, but because of that kickboxing game of Ali Alcasey, I think that will give him the edge on the judges' scorecards. I don't think we'll see a finish here. I do think Andrew Whitney needs a finish because he's not going to throw as much volume, and with the kicks at range, it's going to be a lot harder for Andrew to land the strikes to end up winning the decision. So Andrew Whitney needs to go out there, land that right hand, and get the knockout in the first or second round. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think Ali Alcasey will use that kickboxing at range and win the fight by a unanimous decision right there. Overall, really good fight for the vacant featherweight belt, but the new champion for Titan FC is going to be Ali Alcasey, in my opinion. Overall, really good fight right there. But yeah, guys, that is my full card prediction for Titan FC 71. Whitney versus Casey, 5 fights on the entire fight card. I got Ali Casey winning his fight, Ryancousy winning his fight, Nate Marquardt winning his fight, Devin Dixon winning his fight, and Ernesto Rodriguez winning his fight right there. Overall, really, really good fight card. But if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button. It really, really helps out with the YouTube algorithm, pushing this video out to new and newer people every single day. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for when I post a new video. And also, if you want to become a member to the channel, in the link below, you can, and I'll give you my best bets for every single fight card, Titan FC, PFL, UFC, Bellator, everything like that. So if you want to become a member, the link is down below, and you get a lot of great perks with that. So become a member, like the video, subscribe, everything like that, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's go.